Hey everyone, and welcome back to a new painting video. So you know me, I paint animals and pets for a living. So when I saw this dog in Central Cee's Eurovision music video, you know I just had to paint it. I don't even know who this dog belongs to, but I thought, why not? I originally painted this a few months ago. It might have been a couple weeks after the music video dropped. I shared it on Instagram and my TikTok, and I'm finally getting around to share it here. I wanted to start off with saying that the song is pretty lit. I really like the song. I was already a fan of Rondodasosa and Baby Gang, so this collab with British, Italian, French and Spanish eyes was such a good idea, and it all just flowed so well. So I was really impressed with just how it all sounded. So if you haven't heard it already, I do recommend listening to it. I know it won't be to everyone's taste because, you know, it is drill and it's a certain sound, but if you do like it, I'm glad that I've introduced you to a new song that you like. Definitely do give it a listen at least once, and if you do like it, then you're welcome. But if you don't like it, then I'm sorry for putting you through that. I think this entire music video was shot over a few different nights because they had to travel, but it's all literally during the evening. So majority of the scenes were in low lighting. So when I saw this clip of the dog and the low light and the shadows, I felt really inspired to paint it. I haven't really done that many low light kind of paintings in a while, especially with my commissions. Like obviously it's in more, you know, daylight and there's a lot of detail, and I don't really do that many paintings that are like this one that I'm doing in this video. So this was a bit of a change and a little bit of a challenge. I really love how it turned out. The low lighting contrasted with the white sort of fur of the dog. It's a really nice kind of effect. I have the painting on my wall, so like I'm looking at it right now as I'm doing this voiceover, and it's very if you're familiar with Caravaggio and like his kind of work with the dark and the light and like the contrast, it really reminds me of that. And obviously when you see it towards the end of the video, you'll know what I mean with the dark and the light and the shadows and the really bright highlights as well. I'm not sure why my lighting in this video makes the dog look a little kind of cool in tone, but the painting in person, it does have a similar kind of yellowish greenish tone to it that is similar to the music video. I did try and keep the colours very similar to the music video, but also I did want to kind of bring it out so it looks a bit more kind of realistic. And like always with my other paintings, I painted this with a limited colour palette, and I used my usual process of working from dark to light, just blocking in the base colours to begin with and then adding in the details afterwards. To be fair, with this painting there weren't that many like fine details to add, as the original clip was a little bit blurry, and like I said, you know, it was filmed at night time and there weren't too many details to really pick out, but I really like the effect. I know sometimes adding in too much fine detail can kind of spoil a painting, because personally I found that sometimes adding in too much detail or, you know, like fur and texture, it can make a painting look flat. I know that sounds a little bit weird, but when you have a mix of like, you know, fine detail as well as like some blurry kind of parts, and like depending on where the fine detail is, like that's kind of where your eye goes to. So you need to have your fine detail in areas that you want more attention to. So I don't know how to describe this, but so for example for this painting, if I were to add more fine detail, it would be more on like the nose of the dog and a little bit on the tongue, just to show that kind of depth, you know, that area of like the face and the mouth is closest to the camera. So when you have a mix of fine detail and blurriness, and like just depending on where you put the fine detail, it can really enhance the painting to make it look more realistic. Whereas if you were to do the entire painting in fine detail, it can make it look flat. I feel like I've rambled on a bit and I'm not sure if you guys will understand what I'm talking about, but it's just more trickery and illusion of painting to make something look realistic. When you get that nice mix of blurriness and detail, it makes a really great painting. If you've made it this far into my video, I love to listen to music from different countries. I don't really mind what language it is, you know, if it sounds good, I'm gonna listen to it. So if you have any suggestions of artists I can check out, then you can leave a comment in the comment section and I will have a listen. If there's any songs in particular that you want me to listen to, then I will definitely check them out. So I hope you all like this painting, and please enjoy the rest of this time lapse. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all in my next video. Bye!